Hey there everyone, welcome back. So today I'm doing another rotation-proof future standard video, but this deck is one that's kind of been forgotten about, but it's still going to be standard legal when rotation happens. Minus a few mana fixing cards with the lands, it's still going to be something you can play. This is an Abzan Toxic deck. It actually won a couple tournaments back when the Toxic game mechanic debuted along with March of the Machine with some of the additional Phyrexians. And so I've been wanting to play this for a while. And this deck is all creatures with the exception of 4 cards of Gruul's Hive. And the idea behind it is just to swarm your opponents with all the creatures to deal lethal damage or poison counter damage. And the way you set that up is using some key cards here. Gruul Defector Might is to give your Phyrexians hexproof and protect or hexproof from a color and make them unblockable from that color. Combos really well with another key card from the deck, Phyrexian Censor, which each player can't cast more than one non-Phyrexian spell, and non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tapped. So those between the Gruul's Defector Might and Phyrexian Censor kind of gives you a soft lock. But then you also want to set up your board state and then drop Grafted Butcher as the last spell you cast to make all your Phyrexians have menace until end of turn, and then give them a +1/+1 bonus. This will make your creatures really hard to block and be able to swing in for lethal poison or lethal combat damage. But the rest of the creatures are Billow's Skull Dweller, 1/1 Toxic Death Touch, Venerated Rot Beast, makes all your creatures, if they're targeted by something, your opponents get a poison counter, and it also has Toxic 1. Jawbone Duelist, real workhorse in this deck with Double Strike and Toxic 1. Slaughter Singer, another key card for the deck, Toxic 2, and any other creatures you attack with that have Toxic get +1/+1 until end of turn. We have Bloated Contaminator, 4/4 Trample for 3 mana, and it has Toxic 1, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can proliferate. And then we have Necrogen Rot Priest. It's a 4-drop, it's a 1/5 with Toxic 2. Whenever a creature you control with Toxic deals combat damage to a player, that player gets an additional poison counter. Plus, you can activate its ability to give a creature you control with Toxic Death Touch. And then the only non-creature spell in the deck is 4 copies of Gruul's Hive to just pump out Phyrexian Might tokens to swarm your opponent. The deck runs 22 lands. You've got the 4 Seed Core and 4 Cavern of Souls to cast your Phyrexian spells, 2 copies of Mirrex, and then 2 man lands, Restless Cottage and Restless Fortress. Then the rest are all color-fixing lands to help out casting your spells in the deck. So that's the idea behind the deck. Just swarm your opponents literally with Phyrexian Mights and creatures to kill them with lethal or poison damage and swing for the win. But before we hop on the ladder, just a quick reminder, if you're liking the videos and you want to stay up to date on all the future standard stuff I'm doing, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps me out there, and you'll get notified anytime I post a new video. Also, if you're liking the videos, hit that like button too. It definitely helps me out. But so that's the deck. Let's go ahead and hop onto the ladder and see how we do with it. Okay, we are on the draw. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Due to our low mana curve, we can actually do it, and we have all our colors right there. So let's go ahead and hold on to it and see how we do. All right. Go ahead and open up with a Billow's Skull Dweller. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and attack here. Then we'll do Gruul's Hive. Kind of get that going early. One thing that's nice about this card is if your opponent has 3 or more poison counters. Oh, bummer. Well, would have been able to give our creatures lifelink. Oh well, worth a shot. We'll do the Jawbone Duelist. There we go. There's the Mirrex. We'll use the Phyrexian Censor to lock him down. Go ahead and attack first. Sweet. That was quick. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's a pretty aggressive opening hand. Cottage. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so we're playing a Gruul Ramp deck, it looks like. So we got some early turns to see if we can get some damage in. Don't want to do that. I want to do... We'll cast that post-combat. And we'll do the Skull Dweller. As long as they don't have a board wipe this turn, we might be okay. Okay, they have that already. This is where things will work out nicely. We can give our creatures menace so they can't block this turn. Nice. That was a good win. Showed the power of the deck there. Alrighty. Wow, that's definitely an aggressive opening hand. We'll go ahead and do it. Nice. We'll do Skrell's Hive, get that online right away. Alright. Let's go ahead and attack with Billis Skull Dweller. Willing to trade that with Bristling Bill. Cast that. Okay, they don't want to play. We'll take that one. Alrighty. It's a moderate hand. We have a good setup here with Skrell, Slaughter Singer, and then the Phyrexian Sensor. Let me just kind of build from there. Got the 3 lands, so I think we'll go ahead and keep this. It's really going to depend on what we're playing against, though. It's like a dinosaur deck based on Zali's Lorekeeper. See how that goes. We'll do the Slaughter Singer. We will attack, so we'll get the +1/+1 bonus. Get some chip damage in. Oh, that's a good answer. Alright, let's see how we want to do this here. I think we'll go green and white. Cast another Slaughter Singer. And give that Hexproof from green. And then go ahead and attack there. Then we'll cast the Billows Skull Dweller. Keep that around for blocking. Ouch. That's pretty good. Huh. That first striking Dracosaur is a problem. Cast the Sensor, though. I'm not going to attack this turn. Alrighty. That's their only spell for the turn. Oh, that's right, it's an artifact. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and do green, yes. Alrighty. Okay, let's see. We need to attack. I think we'll go ahead and... yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and do that. That's rough. Seven. Don't see any way I can really get through. But we're dead next turn, so. Yeah, might as well. Close. They got us, though. Yeah, we have some early plays here. We can keep it. We have black mana with the seed core. Let's go for it. Alright. Go ahead and attack here. Alright. Could attack. Could block. Kill one of them. I think I'm gonna hold off there. We have the Grafted Butcher we can use that give us a benefit next turn. No blocks there. Okay. Play the seed core. I'm gonna go ahead and give. Oh, they don't have 3 poison counters yet. So we'll go ahead and do the Grafted Butcher. We'll attack with everything. And I think we'll go ahead and we'll pass. Bummer. Haven't seen anybody play that in a while. No blocks. Another seed core. Play the courtyard. Good. Grafted Butcher. And then we'll go ahead and attack with everything. Sweet. I didn't want to deal with the math. Nice win. Okay, so that was the Abzan Toxic deck. Yeah, that seems to be the most common reaction I get when playing this deck is our opponents just concede. They don't want to do the math. They don't want to do the blocking, especially when the last creature we play is the Grafted Butcher, and it totally throws off their blocking calculations from their perspective. Because all of a sudden our creatures have menace and they have all that toxic damage coming at them. So that's gonna be pretty common when you play it. I think if I was to make one change to the deck, it might be to add an additional land, maybe take out a Bloated Contaminator and put in another land. But other than that, I think it does okay. And of course, we saw against that dinosaur deck, we just kind of ran into a wall. And when that happens, that's just going to happen. It's the nature of this deck versus something like that. That's just too big for us to overcome, especially if they've got first striking creatures, and we don't have any way to give our stuff first striker or anything, but we can give it death touch, so that helps. But yeah, so you kind of got to watch out for that. But most of the time, if you're able to swarm your opponent like we were able to in a few of those games, they don't even bother to play anymore. They just concede. I tried to get some games going where they wouldn't concede, but that's how I was getting a lot of my wins. So it's a fun deck to play though, just to try out and and swarm your opponents with all that damage, whether it's lethal damage or poison counter. So it's pretty cool. I'll make sure to leave a link for the deck list in the video description if you want to try it out. It's kind of a sneaky rotation-proof deck to play. But anyway, everybody, that'll do it for today. For today's deck, I'll be back again soon with some more future standard rotation-proof decks. But until then, y'all take care, and we will see you next time.